Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to be taking a look at the next figure in our giveaway series, which is the DX9 Gewalt, or their version of Blitzwing. Awesome artwork on the front. I like the jets over the back, look like maybe the lug nut jet back there. We got all the tanks up front. Obviously, Blitzwing there. Come on down, Auto Brat. Tank. There's Cup. Optimus. Galvatron. Rodimus. Then you got all the heads on Mount Rushmore. He's flying with the other... with the Astro Train. Yeah, just... yeah, some good stuff going on here. You got schematics of the bot. I wish it was product images as opposed to... yeah, actual product may differ. It's like, of course it's going to differ. It's just... it's just a silhouette of what it could be. It's not even... yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to try and do this review a little bit differently than I normally do. I'm going to record it in sections and then upload all the sections on YouTube and then just adjust accordingly. That way I could... because I knew this was going to be too long to do in one video, is my guess, and so I figured, you know, if like I'm going to have to break it up, I might as well do it, break it up for the better. So here is his tank mode. Looks pretty convincingly like a tank. I would say it's a little wide for my personal taste. But I mean, given what it all has to do, it's fine. Like I said, it just feels a little wide to me. But you know, whatever. Nice treads going along here. You got the little rolling wheels. This isn't in the instructions on where to put these back wings, so I'm gonna just assume that that's correct. You got some hollow bits going on here and here. But you know, hey, what could you do? Maybe you place it now. He does come with a sword, this gun, and this little tool. We'll look more at those once we get him to pop mode. But yeah, here he is in his tank mode. The turret does rotate up, straight, you know, just a little. And it rotates to the left. It does not go all the way around, goes about that far. And then the same thing on the other side. And these panels here on this copy don't seem to truly want to stay in place. So I don't know what the deal is there. They basically just sit there. I can't seem to find any tabs or plugs for them. So, but yeah, all in all, it's a pretty good tank mode. I will say that. Definitely. And it's got a nice heft to it, too. I actually have not even gotten to the, at this point of me recording it, I have not transformed this into bot mode, only from tank to jet. So that's the only thing I focused on, was tank to jet. And then after I'm done recording this, then I'll mess with the jet to bot mode and go from there. So, but yeah, let's get it transformed into jet mode from here. So you want to pull these sections here out, and you can remove this. Now, I cannot figure out where to put this in jet mode, so I just kind of set it off to the side. Maybe I missed something in the instructions. Most likely, you know, me making a mistake on Transformer review. Who would have thought? And then these can slide in like so. And then what we want to do through here. Take this section, this wing here, fold that out. Fold this out. And then you want to pull these sections here away. You'll see those two tabs right there. So pull those away, and then this whole assembly can rotate back like this. So pretty clever there, I will say. Then we want to take these treads here, pull them down, and then they slide forward. It's a tight swivel or slider. And we got two hinges there now, and we can hinge this around like that. And before we lock it into place, we'll just kind of set it back there for now. Same thing over here. So pull this out. Just like that. We'll leave it how it is for now. Alright, we want to open up this piece here, like that. Pull this canopy here down, and then we rotate the head up, and then it folds in like that. Then we take this piece here, and this will fold down, swivel it around, and then close it up, becoming the cockpit for the jet. It's pretty clever how that all works out. And honestly, I only looked at the instructions for a couple things. It's one of those. It's like once you start moving things, it's like, oh, well, this has to go here, and this needs to go here. It's a pretty well designed figure, I have to say, so far from what I've seen. I haven't, like I said, I haven't gotten to bot mode yet. Close this up like that. Tab that in. Fold the nose cone out. It's on a tight joint. It's not tight enough to make me worried, but it is tight enough to be noticeably stiff. So collapse that up. Tip will come around. And then, of course, there's the peg there, hole there, just like that. All right. Now the arms, this is the part where it was a little tricky for me first go around. I'm going to pull these out and rotate this around. Okay, so these panels here need to come in. Close up like that. That looked like die cast, but it's not. I think that's just plastic. Alright, and then this will rotate around like this. How do I do this again? Okay, this will come in around this, I believe. Sorry, my toilet has been running lately. I don't know what the deal is with that. Another issue I have to deal with on my day off, if I ever get one. I'm trying to remember how to do this. This, right? This piece will come around, close up like that, and then there we go, like that. Alright. It took a little remembering as I was doing it. Alright, so let's try that again on this side. So we want this to come over like this. This will rotate around like this. This will rotate over. No, like this. This piece comes out like this. And the salt goes into a block. Block goes into the jet. Close all of this stuff up. That. There we go. Close up. Close this up. There you go. There's the front of the jet. Now we got to work on the back part. So this piece here will fold out like this, and then out like this. Alright, and then we want to fold this over. We want to fold it at this hinge so that these tab or slots here will plug into these pegs here. Alright. Then tab here, slot here, slot here. Same on the other side, and we just close this up. Before we do that, pull this crotch piece here up. Over like that. Alright, and then there's another tab here that'll plug into this slot here. So line all that stuff up. Like that. Close the treads up all the way now, and then there's a tab here that'll plug into that slot right there under the wing. Just like that, and they kind of pull out a little bit from the body of the jet, so they kind of look like fuselages. Something of that nature. Alright. Rotate this piece here around. Like that. This will fold out. And there is Blitzwing and his jet mode. I think to me, it feels a little big. But not terrible by any means. This section here looks pretty flat, but again, not terrible or anything. That's just a personal taste thing. Triple changers are hard to do, and the tank mode is very acceptable, I'd say. Jet mode is very acceptable. Neither one knocked it right out of the park, but neither one of them suffer from the typical triple changer rule of something's gonna suck. So far, those first two modes I've looked at are good. They're not great, but they are good. And then we've got the landing gear that you can fold out. This is a little loose, so be mindful of that. And then we can just sit there, and it does roll. And you can, of course, you can angle these wings however you like to. And then that thing falls down. But yeah, nice big jet. Not a perfect jet, but pretty close to being a pretty good jet. I don't have an MP Seeker, otherwise I'd put it next to it. I'd say this would probably be a little bit bigger than an MP Seeker, but not by much. Like I said, it's just that flatness right there that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But all in all, pretty good. So I'm gonna pause this. I'll practice turning from jet to robot, and then and do that section next. Alright, so now we're gonna finish this up. It's been a day for me. It's been, a few seconds for you guys, but so let's get this guy transformed into his bot mode. So first thing you want to do is fold the landing gear, and this transformation, I just did it, and I gotta say, there's a couple parts that are a little frustrating, but overall, just ingenious. I think. I mean, this thing just moves so well, I think. So let's see how well it goes now that I'm recording. So we want to pull these pieces out, like so. And they can be a bit of a pain. Go. There we go. Then we can move. Let's see, try this piece here. Come on. No. So this is the tool that they give with this figure that should help you get it, but it's not as good as a good old screwdriver. Alright, flip that panel up, and then we'll be able to see here. Alright. I'm trying to remember how to do this as we go. Open this panel up, rotate it down, that becomes the foot. Like so. Then we want to take this panel here, pull this down, and then this, where the wheel is, will fit into that groove right there. Just like that. This piece will then come down like this. And then you want to take this whole wing assembly, and it folds up like this. Now we don't want to pull it all the way up yet, because we've still got to move panels and stuff out of the way. Just kind of get it back like that, so it's out of our way. We want to rotate the camera up so you can see what we're doing. Then we want to open this panel here up, like so. Then take this panel here, and this folds in. And it's a little tight. This one was a little tight at first. I didn't think it actually bent in. But finally, when I did get it to go, I was like, okay, now. So, if it feels a little tight, just give it a little bit more oomph, and it'll go. Same thing over here. So fold this up, fold that in. Then you want to pull out the arm here, like this, and we want to rotate it at the gray piece. So then it's going to be out like this. We want it out so that's completely flush. Then we can take this piece and fold it down. So same thing over here. So fold it around, get it flush, close it up. We can move these actually out of the way for a second here. And what we want to do here is we want to pull these panels here out. So they are kind of a pain to get in there to maneuver. There are some clearance issues, but if you move that head around, it should move. That panel popped off. Okay, it just goes right back in. Whew. Thought we had a problem. Alright, then we can fold the head at the nose cone down. You want to take, I'll rotate the camera up a little bit more. Alright, so we want to take the nose cone and split that, and then split this section here. And it rotates up and in like that. Then this will come out about like that. Alright. Fold those panels out so it's all like that. Then you can fold this down. Then you can split the legs here. And take, you can see there's a little bit of a gap there. So that this piece here is on a little bit of a slider, so we want to put this down here, and then you can slide the hips upwards into the torso. Now this takes a lot of effort, I've realized. This needs to be an off-screen maneuver. There we go. Alright. That's all nice and locked in. This comes over here, and there's like a little clip-ish piece right there. That'll clip behind the this part of the canopy. That. You want to take this piece here. This will fold up and down, just like that. Fold this piece in, like that, and then you want to take this piece here, fold this out, open this up, and then we can fold out the hands. Now these hands are really tricky to get back in there, so I'll show you that real quick here. Pull them out, pull it off, whatever. Alright, so when you are going back into vehicle mode, the way you want to do the hands is you fold it down like this, and then you wrap the fingers like this, and then once you get this down here, right, yeah, then you take the thumb and it wraps up behind the hand, and then you can fold it in like that, and then it'll close up. That's the only way it will fit in there, period. There's no other ways around it. That's it. That's your one and only way it'll fit in there. And then it's just when you pull it out, you know, it's easy to kind of forget how it was lined up. I know it took me a few tries to figure it out myself. But yeah, as long as you do it that way, you're going to be just fine. And then these panels here that are under the shoulder, this gray piece here, you want to flip this up, rotate it around. Like that. Open this panel here up, flip out the hand. go. Close this up. There's 2 little grooves on the bottom part of the hand. Right here. Here. And here. And these little slots here and here. So when you slide this in, and then you can push it down, it kind of like frictions it into place. It's not like a super tight joint or anything like that, but it does just fine. No issues whatsoever for me. So fold this back, push that into place, and then what you're supposed to do here is these pieces here are on 2 hinges, one here and one here. So you want to fold this in so that it sits above the shoulder like that. You can keep it like that if you prefer that look, like more of a seeker look, but this is the proper transformation here. All right, now we can take this wing assembly, and there's a slot right there, tab right there. So make sure this is nice and tabbed in. Then this will tab in there, just like that. This panel here will fold in. This panel here will fold in. And I haven't done this yet, but I'm assuming you could take the gun here and just tab it in. There's a square hole, square peg. So I'm assuming you could just tab it in there. Yep. Alright, and then these wing bits here fold down, put the foot back in order here, and then these pieces just kind of sit back here like this, and then these ones aren't in the instructions again. I've noticed they are like a slightly less finished material than the rest of it. I don't know how well that's coming off, but everything on this is like that purple, smooth, nice. This has kind of got like a gritty. You see, it's almost like a thumbprint there. And on the back side, let's see here if the other one's got it too, and the other one's kind of got it too. It's like maybe they put some grease on it and it stained the plastic. But yeah, you can see it's not quite the same material. So for me, my guess is maybe they added these wings as an afterthought. That's why it's not in the instructions, and that's why it's a slightly different plastic than the others, or the rest of it. It's, I guess the hands are kind of the same material, or close to it. But it doesn't look like the same stuff. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, I think it was just an afterthought. Let's see here. This is really the first time I've been playing with this guy. Truthfully. Alright. So yeah, there he is in his bot mode, and whew. It's a interesting transformation, getting them all the way over there. I enjoyed it, I have to say. I thought that transformation is enjoyable. In par with like Carry and MP10. There's a few bits here and there that are kind of like a little frustrating, but for the most part, it's fun. Things like move in a way that it's like, this is only gonna fit this one way, and there's no other way around it. It's not like, well, you kind of have to angle this piece here until it's about right, and then you can click it in. It's like, no, it only moves the one way. And I could sit here and tell you, this thing has a few faults. The shoulders are a little wonky. I will say that, having this piece here separate from the rest of the arm. Things like that. I kind of wish they could have found a different place for these to, like, maybe fold into the side of the canopy here and here. And definitely could use a little bit more heel support things like that. But overall, it's like the jet mode and it's like the tank mode. They're not perfect, but they're all really good. Yeah. Anyway, we'll go over everything here real quick. So posability, head swivels left and right. Does it look up? It's got. I'm gonna say no. I think it's got the hinge for it because it can kind of wiggle it a little bit up and down, but it doesn't really want to move. So you get the left and the right, and that's fine. Light piping for the eyes, which I'm fine with. Ratcheted shoulders up and down, in and out. Nice ratchets, nice placements on the ratchets. This piece, you just kind of move it out of the way however you want to. There is a bicep swivel. It is very tight in comparison to the torso. As you see, it's like when I move this torso piece kind of starts coming out. Double bend elbow. Wrist is on a ball joint. Thumbs, this is interesting. So the thumb itself is on a ball joint here. And then it's also got a hinge here. But then it's also got a swivel, or a second ball joint that it connects into the hand. That's on a swivel. So you get these, you can maneuver this thumb however you, pretty much any way you want to maneuver it. It's pretty good. Fingers, it's got 2 points of articulation for the base fingers, and then the pointer finger, 2 points of articulation as well. So you can definitely get some good poses there. Waist, haven't tried this yet. I don't know how well this is going to work with everything. Ratcheted waist, not full movement, but you get from there to about there. I think that works. That's more than adequate. You can move this panel up, ratchet it up, ratchet it back. Only goes that far, but goes that far forward. No issues here for me. Out to there. There is a thigh swivel. Double bend knee, get you as far as you can with those tail fins. Foot is on this rocker here, and it's got a tilt. This can move, and I don't know why it moves, but you can move this around and make this kind of work as a heel support, I suppose. I'm just gonna leave it right there and call that good. Now, accessories. So it does come with this piece here, which it is what it is. Who cares? I'm not gonna complain about it by any means. I mean, it's a extra piece that's like a tool. Looks like that's a 5mm port. Yes, it is. So. He doesn't hold it in his hands because he's got MP style hands, and this is a 5mm port. This is just something to help you pull things apart. It doesn't work that well, but it whatever. It's a freebie. Why not, right? He's got his rifle. Just a single piece of purple plastic, it looks like. This a shot. Let's take this, plug it into his hand. Oh, that fits just fine. Yeah, that fits good. It's more of a pistol than it is a rifle, and I believe that's right. That's accurate. So, and then you take the sword here. And this will slot in. Oh, that fits nicely too. And it's not one of those like the Masterpiece ones where you got to go in at an angle and it kind of works, kind of doesn't, type deal. Just looking through the tickets, making sure I got the right one. Yeah. Okay. All right, so yeah, this is pretty excellent, I would have to say. Yeah. Probably one of the better Transformers I've messed with in quite a while. I mean, I know you guys know that I absolutely love my little mini MP Prime, and I'm loving the Titan's Return Headmasters, but this guy's in that masterpiece category that transforms like a masterpiece figure. Yeah, they kind of missed a few things with the jet being a little bit, I think, a little bit too flat, and the tank being a little bit too wide. He could have cleaned up a little bit better here. But the triple changer curse has always existed. You usually get a good bot mode, and a good one of the other alt modes is good. And then one of the alt modes is complete and utter crap. Take, for example, the Chug Astro Train. The train mode was just garbage. The shuttle mode was good. The bot mode was good. But the train mode was garbage. That's typically just the way triple changers always seem to work. In this one, instead of nailing the bot mode 100%, or nailing the tank 100%, or nailing the jet 100%, they compromise just a little bit on each mode, so that all modes are good. Downside of that, you don't have a one mode that is absolutely stellar, but plus side of that, you don't have one mode that's absolute garbage. So I think it's a good move for them. I will take that compromise over having one mode just shoehorned in and looks garbage. I'll take okay, this is, all three modes are good. And you know what? This bot mode is pretty awesome. I really like this. There's a part of me that's like, man, I kind of regret giving up on the MP figures because of this guy. This thing is great. I absolutely love this. This is the Blitzwing I've always kind of wanted, without knowing that I wanted it. Currently, this is the Blitzwing on my shelf. And as you can tell, there's really no comparison here. Now, luckily, and I was going to be really upset because it's like this guy's okay, or not really in comparison, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh, there's going to be a new one coming out, so I don't have to worry about this guy not being that good anymore. So it's like, I'll just hold out and get the Titan's Return one, because that one looks pretty good. All in all, I really enjoy this figure. I will highly recommend it. Oh, let's do some size comparisons. So obviously this guy is MP scale. He wouldn't even remotely work for Chug. Then again, I guess it depends on your definition of, how you scale your figures, because a tank and a jet will scale pretty well with this as a truck. So I would say this is actually pretty accurate if you're going for that scale. There's your excuse to buy this guy if you're a Chug collector. Here he is with the MP10 mold, and he's a little bit taller than him, and I guess again it depends on your, man, he looks like a beast next to Prime though. It really depends on your scale. For me, I'd prefer him to be a little bit shorter than Optimus, but because I like my leader bots to be bigger than all the other troopers. Now, I believe the Sunbow chart and some of the G1's cartoons, obviously, him and Astro Train are a little bit bigger than Megatron. So this would be about right. So it depends on what your scale preference is. For me, I would say he's a little too big. But I wouldn't complain either. And here he is with an MP car, and that looks good. So all in all, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I think they could have worked a few more kinks out of it before they released it, but overall, I think this is amazing. Now, I know we're getting one from KFC or X-Transport, whatever company, and I believe we're also getting one from Fans Toys. So with any luck, I'll throw those up as giveaways, and we can do the we can do the winners and go from there. So I can take a look at them. I won't be able to compare them, but I will say this guy's pretty awesome. I would love to have something like this in my collection if I was still collecting MP. This is the Blitzwing I've always wanted. I think he's really good. I can't stop gushing about him. I think it's just awesome. For me, I'd put it as a front runner of figure of the year. So yeah, there you go. Now, let's move everybody back. And tickets. Let's find out who wins this guy. So, alright, let's see what we got going on here. David A has 1 ticket. Kevin H has 2 tickets. Jordan O has 1 ticket. Chris W, awesome guy. Shout out to Chris. 2 tickets. Watch now. I draw his name and everyone thinks I'm rigging it. Daniel M gets 1 ticket. Ryan L gets 1 ticket. Raphael O gets 1 ticket. Todd M got 2 tickets. Corey J got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets. Arvin C got 2 tickets. Paul C got 1 ticket. Shout out to him. He sent me some Dinobot. So, Michael R got 1, Mitchell R. Got 1, 2, 3 tickets. Matt B got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets. No offense, Matt. I am rooting against you on this one because I'm hoping you win the Titan Return Fort Max tomorrow. Piotr S gets 1 ticket. Lar E got 2 tickets. And then Mike R got 4 tickets. So there's a Mitchell and a Mike. Alright. I keep forgetting to grab my phone before I do this and getting that drum roll that someone sent me. So, alright, and the winner of the DX9 Blitzwing. One of my, like I said, favorite figures of the year is Matt B. Damn it, Matt. Matt B, congratulations, you won Blitzwing. So, I'll get it packed up and get ready for shipment. I'm going to obviously, I know Matt put in 10 tickets for Fort Max, so I'll be waiting until I send that out. Or do that review before I send this guy out, just in case. And Matt, you're just fucking owning these giveaways. I mean, fuck, you got the Predaking too, the Nero Rex. So I might have to ban you from the giveaways for a few weeks. Let that cool down. Maybe that should be a new rule. If you win more than more than one in a row, or two or more in the row, then you're banned for a month. I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, congratulations, Matt. I hope you enjoy him. I know I did. I think this thing is awesome. 9 out of 10. I have no real complaints about this figure aside from aesthetics. Oh, one more thing before we go. This threw me for a loop because there's like this pin going through here. So I thought that these wings can fold at this pin, but they can't. This is all one piece. This bit goes into this back piece here, so these don't bend. For me, I personally would have liked it to go back just a hair. Like a seeker wing. You can adjust those back a little bit. But this thing functions so much better than those seekers. My God, DX9, make some MP seekers. I think you guys would knock it out of the park, and I would probably be back in to MP. Because DX9, you guys, and Unique Toys, you guys have always been one of my favorite companies. So, I think by far the most underrated company, because like everyone was like gushing over MMC Predaking and gushing over stuff like that, but I thought the Unique Toys Predaking was just amazing. So anyway, there you go. DX9 Blitzwing or Gewalt, whatever you want to call it.